Right, so how are we all doing? I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to come straight in with the news today that Leeds star Kalvin Phillips, our linchpin of the midfield, possibly, I think many would consider one of the star players for Leeds. He has received his England call-up, one that was not overdue, but I think definitely we all expected it to happen. England obviously preparing for their Nations League fixtures. They'll be playing Iceland and then Denmark, starting on the 5th of September. And Kalvin Phillips will be an integral part of that midfield squad, with Gareth Southgate recognising the need for a player like Phillips in that squad. Leeds United putting out a statement on their website, with Phillips Kalvin being the first Leeds player to feature for England since Alan Smith, all the way back in 2004 against Sweden. That's an insane stat. Kalvin obviously buzzing about the news, saying himself he didn't think in a million years that he'd get into the position, but he's here now and he can't thank Leeds enough for getting him there. And I can only imagine what a moment this is for him, and how proud he is of where he's got to, how proud his family is of him, and how proud Leeds are, and all of us, all the fans are, as a club. We're all so proud of him, you know, and this does so much for him, his career, and it does a lot for the club as well, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, Gareth Southgate commenting on his selection, and specifically mentioning Phillips, saying that he's a player that they've watched a lot in the last 12 months throughout Leeds' championship winning campaign. Saying that Leeds have an outstanding way of playing, and the position that he plays in is one that England need competition for. The way he plays the role and the way that he has been coached in that defensive midfield role is clear to see. It's an exciting moment for him, and it's an exciting moment for all the England fans who are finally going to have a little bit more exposure to some Leeds players. I remember before the pandemic, Kalvin and actually Ben White were shortlisted by Gareth Southgate for the England squad, and a lot of people were saying, you know, Kalvin Phillips, who's he? Oh, a Leeds midfielder, a championship midfielder. He's never going to make it in the Premier League. There's far better options or alternatives to him. This news will really shut up a lot of those doubters of Kalvin's sheer ability and what he brings to that side. Some of the other midfielders that have been included for selection alongside Kalvin are Harry Winks, James Ward-Prowse of Southampton, Declan Rice for West Ham, Mason Mount and Phil Foden. There are some elite level players there. But out of those midfielders, who amongst them plays that the DM, the CDM role like Kalvin does? Maybe Declan Rice and Harry Winks. I would say that Kalvin is on the same level as Declan Rice, and definitely a lot better than Harry Winks at this moment in time. So I do see Kalvin actually starting, or definitely challenging for a starting position in the England squad for these games. Some notable midfielders that didn't get the call-up were Jack Grealish, the Aston Villa attacking playmaker, who many said that should get a starting position in the England squad over the likes of a Kalvin Phillips, especially back in January when a lot of this talk was first coming out. What does this mean for Leeds as a club? Well, our stock rises having some representation in the England squad. Kalvin's stock will rise now. I know that he's not going anywhere, he's not leaving the club, but if this brings him more recognition, his value is automatically going to rise. And it's going to do wonders for his confidence playing on the international level with some elite dons. He will come back as a more complete and a more confident player, and it will definitely make him feel ready for the Premier League battles that he'll have to face. Now, of course, Bielsa is going to be keeping a close eye on this. He is going to want to make sure that no injuries could happen. Kalvin obviously nursing a slight knee injury towards the back end of the championship season, and Bielsa and all of the Leeds staff are going to want to make sure that he doesn't have a relapse of that or suffer anything new whilst playing for England, as that could really hamper our squad. I mean, we see how much Kalvin brings to our team he is the linchpin, and I think that we have built our team around him in the same way that Manchester City build around De Bruyne and Manchester United build around Pogba. Kalvin is our linchpin that the team revolves around, and you see the differences in quality when he's out through injury or suspension. He is so pivotal to how well we do in the Premier League. That is some fantastic news for Kalvin this morning. But other Leeds United news, we're going to head over to the Rodrigo rumours. Reports from BBC Radio Leeds saying that Rodrigo left Valencia's training base early, and that our director of football and owner, Victor Orta and Andrea Radrizzani, are both over in Valencia at the moment looking to agree a deal. This link seems to be, gathering a lot of steam. It has got wings, and this could be happening. Talks are taking place between Leeds and Valencia, and Orta and Radrizzani have met Rodrigo's representatives to agree personal terms on a contract. Valencia, strapped for cash and desperate to get some players out of the door, willing to bring down their fee, looking to accept a region in around the €30 million mark, which is easily doable for us. It looks like the two sides are getting close to an agreement. And here's another bit of news that I found interesting. This is an update coming from Paul Brown, who is a journalist with the Mirror and the Express, saying that Rodrigo has verbally agreed a 3-year deal with Leeds, although a fee has yet to be agreed between the two clubs, so essentially saying that the personal terms could potentially already have been agreed. The fee could end up being around £31.5 million, including bonuses, and talks have been going on since last week, and that the super agent Jorge Mendes is handling the negotiations. While this is fantastic news for Leeds, it looks like we've got Rodrigo's personal terms potentially agreed for a 3-year deal. Valencia, with ongoing talks, definitely looking like a deal could potentially get done. They have stated that other interested parties could still be involved, and we know that Atletico Madrid are lurking in the shadows, potentially waiting to swoop in with a late bid. Rodrigo's wages are looking at around about being 100 grand a week, £100,000 a week, and I think that breaks that he would become our highest earner with that, does he not? But again, this is a testament to the current step up in quality that Leeds have. The fact that we are looking to finalise talks with a current Spain international. This is a far cry from picking up players from the Danish second league, the Belgian second league, as we've been used to over the past decade. Landing Rodrigo for nearly £30 million. He is not an out-and-out goal scorer. He's more of a playmaker, but can find the back of the net and would work very well alongside Bamford, or maybe being used as a pivot. Looks like he would fit in really, really well with Bielsa's system, and unlike the Cabral rumours, which seem to have taken a little bit of a back seat, the Rodrigo news is gone full steam ahead, and it looks like a lot of reports are stating that the deal could be done by the end of this week. So we're going to keep an eye out for that. That's going to be all from me. A very, very quick update on all things Leeds. Kalvin Phillips being called up for his first England international cap. A huge moment for both him and the club, as Leeds United finally have some representation in the England squad. Let me know your thoughts on that. Is it a good thing? What are some of the potential negatives? And how do you think Kalvin is going to fare on the international stage? And does he start over the likes of a Harry Winks and a Declan Rice? The Rodrigo rumours as well becoming more and more concrete as time goes by, looking like a 3-year deal could potentially be finalised by the end of this week. Really, really exciting news for us to kind of keep an eye out on. Current Spain international could be starting up front for the Whites this season. That's going to be all from me. I will be taking the day off tomorrow, so I'm expecting some big signings happening then. If you are enjoying the content, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. We are growing at a huge rate. We are hoping to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this month. We are on track. We march on together, support the team, support the club, and as always, stay safe.